The sun hung low over the endless Iowa horizon, painting the sky in streaks of orange and pink, like a popsicle melting over a picnic table. Lucas Carter, 14 and perpetually unimpressed, slumped in the back seat of his family's creaky minivan, his phone at 3% battery and no signal for miles. The van smelled of stale Cheetos and his little sister Mia's bubblegum, which she smacked loudly while singing off-key to a pop song on repeat. Their parents, up front, bickered over a crumpled road map, Dad insisting GPS was overrated, Mom muttering about his pioneer complex. Lucas groaned, tugging his hoodie over his mop of dark curls. This road trip to the Iowa State Fair was the worst idea since his cousin tried skateboarding down a gravel hill. "Almost there, kids," Dad called, his voice too chipper for a man who'd driven 300 miles with a 7-year-old demanding potty breaks every hour. "Corn capital of the world, here we come." "Thrilling," Lucas muttered, scrolling through his dead phone's home screen for the 10th time. Mia, oblivious, pressed her nose to the window, spotting a faded sign. "Harrington's Harvest Maize and Fair, 2 miles. Corn maze," Mia squealed, her pigtails bouncing. "Can we go, Mom? Please, please, please." Lucas rolled his eyes. "It's just a bunch of plants, Mia. You get lost, you starve, the end." Mom shot him a look through the rearview mirror. "Enough attitude, Lucas. It'll be fun. Family bonding." "Bonding," Lucas scoffed, picturing himself tripping over cornstalks while Mia yammered about unicorns. But the van was already turning onto a dirt road, dust swirling like a low-budget movie effect. Ahead loomed Harrington's Harvest Maze, a sprawling sea of green cornstalks under a neon sign flickering open till dusk. A rickety ticket booth sat beside a pumpkin patch, where families milled about, sipping cider and snapping selfies with a scarecrow in overalls. Dad parked, and Mia bolted out, dragging Mom toward the maze entrance. Lucas lagged behind, kicking pebbles. The air smelled of hay and fried dough, and a distant accordion played a twangy tune. A board by the booth listed prizes. Solve the maze, win fair tickets. Fastest time gets a VIP pass. Lucas perked up slightly. VIP passes meant skipping lines for rides and maybe snagging some deep-fried Oreos. Still, he wasn't about to admit he cared. A grizzled farmer in a flannel shirt handed them a map, a crinkled sheet with a maze layout that looked like a toddler's scribble. "Stay on the paths," he warned, his voice like gravel. "Corn's taller than it looks. Don't wander off." His eyes lingered on Lucas, who shrugged and stuffed his hands in his pockets. The family stepped into the maze, the corn stalks towering over them, their leaves rustling like whispers. Mia skipped ahead, singing, while Mom and Dad debated left or right at the first fork. Lucas trailed, already bored. The paths twisted, dead-ending into walls of green, the air thick with the sweet, earthy scent of corn. 10 minutes in, Mia was whining about her shoes getting muddy, and Dad was insisting his gut instinct would lead them out. Lucas, fed up, leaned against a stalk, muttering, "This is dumb." That's when he heard it, a low, murmuring hum, like a breeze but alive. He froze, glancing around. The sound came from deeper in the maze, tugging at him like a magnet. "You guys hear that?" he asked, but his family was too busy arguing over the map to notice. The hum grew clearer, almost forming words. "This way, quicker." Lucas squinted down a narrow path the map didn't show, its stalks shimmering faintly, like they'd been dusted with glitter. "Hey, Mum, I'm gonna check something," he called, already stepping toward the path. Mom's "Stay close" faded as he slipped between the stalks, the hum pulling him deeper. The air felt cooler here, the light dimmer, and the corn seemed to lean in, brushing his shoulders. He wasn't scared, more curious, like when he'd hacked his first video game cheat code. The path twisted, then opened into a small clearing where a single cornstalk stood, taller than the rest, its husk glowing faintly gold. The hum stopped, replaced by a voice, soft but clear. "Want the shortcut, kid?" Lucas jumped, spinning around. No one was there. Who's talking?" he asked, his voice cracking. The cornstalk rustled, its leaves curling like fingers. "Me. Name's Cornelius. Been here since the first seed was planted. I know every twist of this maze, and I can get you out fast." Prizes, glory, all yours. Interested? Lucas blinked. A talking cornstalk? He should have been freaking out, but this was the most interesting thing to happen all trip. What's the catch? No catch, Cornelius said, its voice warm like a campfire. Just say the word and I'll point the way. But choose quick, sun setting. Lucas glanced back. His family's voices were faint now, lost in the maze. He thought of the VIP pass, the fair rides, the bragging rights. Fine. Show me. The stalk's leaves shimmered, and a new path opened beside it, the corn parting like a curtain. Follow the glow, Cornelius said. Lucas hesitated, then stepped forward. The path was smooth, no mud or roots, and tiny golden lights floated ahead, like fireflies. He jogged, the lights leading him through twists that felt too easy, too perfect. Minutes later, he stumbled out of the maze, right by the exit sign. The farmer at the booth raised an eyebrow. Fastest time today, kid. Here's your tickets. He handed Lucas a stack of fair passes, plus a shiny VIP badge. Lucas grinned, picturing Mia's jaw dropping. But as he turned back, the maze entrance looked different. The stalks seemed denser, the sky grayer. He pocketed the tickets and headed for the fairgrounds, expecting his family to pop out any second. They didn't. Hours passed. Carousel spins, cotton candy, a Ferris wheel ride, and still no sign of them. His phone, now charged at a booth, showed no texts, no calls. Worry crept in, souring his deep-fried Oreos. By dusk, he ran back to the maze entrance, heart pounding. The farmer was gone, the booth shuttered. The maze loomed, silent but for that faint hum. Lucas pushed through the stalks, calling, "Mom? That? Mia?" No answer. The paths twisted, dead-ending, looping back on themselves. He was lost. Panic clawed at him, until the hum returned, louder. He followed it, stumbling into the same clearing, where Cornelius stood, glowing brighter. "You again," Lucas said, panting. "Where's my family?" "Still in the maze," Cornelius said, its tone neutral. "You took the shortcut, kid." They didn't. Maze doesn't like cheaters. It shifts, traps those who don't play fair. Lucas's stomach dropped. "You didn't say that. You said no catch." "Didn't lie," Cornelius replied, leaves rustling like a shrug. "Shortcuts come at a cost. Want them out? Earn it. Help someone else through, no tricks. Maze'll open up." Lucas clenched his fists. "Help who? It's just corn." Cornelius chuckled, low and earthy. "Look closer." The stalks parted, revealing glimpses of other lost wanderers, a frazzled mom with a toddler, an old couple bickering, a group of teens filming a prank gone wrong. Lucas swallowed. He'd wanted the easy way out, the glory, but now his family was stuck, and others too. "Fine," he said. "What do I do?" "Find him. Guide him." "No shortcuts," Cornelius said. "Maze respects effort. Start walking." Lucas took a deep breath, the air sharp with corn dust. He stepped into a new path, no glowing lights this time, just his own shaky steps. The maze felt alive, stalks swaying, whispering. He called out, "Anyone there?" A small voice answered, "Mia." He sprinted toward it, finding her crouched in a muddy dead end, her pigtails drooping. "Lucas," she cried, hugging his legs. "I lost Mom and Dad." "Stay with me," he said, softer than usual. He pulled out the crumpled map, now useless, but it gave Mia something to hold. They wandered, hitting dead ends, backtracking, Lucas's sneakers caked in mud. Soon, they found the frazzled mom and her toddler, the kid wailing for a lost balloon. Lucas knelt, offering a fare ticket. "Hey, buddy, wanna trade this for a new balloon later?" The toddler sniffled, nodding. The mom shot Lucas a grateful look as they joined up. The group grew, Lucas shouting directions, Mia cheering everyone on. They found the old couple, who'd been arguing over a left turn for an hour. "This way," Lucas said, pointing to a path where the corn seemed less dense. The teens, still filming, laughed at first but followed when Lucas offered to share his VIP pass. "We're all getting out," he said, surprised by his own confidence. Hours blurred, the maze twisting but somehow guiding them as Lucas kept everyone moving. He told dumb jokes to keep Mia from freaking out, shared his last granola bar with the toddler, and listened to the old couple's stories about their first fair date in '78. The teens stopped filming, helping clear branches from the path. The corn whispered, softer now, like it approved. Finally, they stumbled into a clearing where Cornelia stood, its glow warm and bright. Beyond it, the exit shimmered, the fair's lights twinkling under a starry sky. "Nice work, kid," Cornelia said. "Maze likes you now." Lucas's parents were waiting at the exit, hugging Mia and him so tight he could barely breathe. "We were so worried," Mom said, tears in her eyes. Dad ruffled his hair. "Knew you'd figure it out, champ." The other wanderers spilled out, cheering, thanking Lucas. The farmer reappeared, winking as he handed out extra fare tickets to everyone. "Team effort, huh?" he said. Lucas nodded, feeling taller despite his muddy sneakers. As the group headed to the fair, Lucas glanced back. Cornelius's glow faded, but its voice lingered. "Come back next year, kid. Maze'll be waiting." Lucas smiled, clutching his VIP pass. He didn't need shortcuts anymore. The real prize was the people beside him, laughing under the Ferris wheel's glow. The fair was a blur of rides, corn dogs, and Mia's endless chatter about the magic corn. Lucas didn't tell her about Cornelius. He wasn't sure she'd believe him. But as they piled into the van, the sky now deep indigo, he felt different. Not just the kid who'd sulked in the back seat. He'd led, he'd helped. He'd learned the maze wasn't just corn. It was life, messy and twisty, but better when you walk it together.